Celebrities are scrambling to delete their socials, running for cover. But why? Ally Carter just came out of hiding after almost losing her life, and the names she's exposing will leave you speechless. From Hollywood A-listers to music moguls, nobody is safe from her claims. And the truth she's dropping about Diddy's freak-offs is darker than anyone imagined.
Going through this right now with other people who are running to cover and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why you running?
Ally Carter is coming hard for these celebrities, y'all, after stepping out of hiding when Diddy's crew nearly ended her life. This time, she's pulling the curtain back on a shocking list of stars who allegedly caught STDs while taking part in Diddy's infamous freak-offs. These secret gatherings, often called Wild King Nights, reportedly featured young children Diddy brought into the country to be exploited by adults. Ally says she was kidnapped by Diddy at just 15 years old, forced to witness the madness up close. She even claims some of the celebrities touched her and that she personally saw them engaging with each other. To make it worse, ever since Ally began speaking out, she's been targeted non-stop. Things got so extreme that she had to turn to the feds for witness protection.
Files, they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, You with me still? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughters kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are saying, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the predators walk. The amount of people that you've seen, I want you to stop and think about how many people were enabling this case and how many.
The latest attempt on her life took place right in the middle of Diddy's trial, when rumors spread that she might be called to the stand as a witness to those freak-offs. While she and her family were away, intruders broke into her home. Neighbors later revealed that the individuals who forced their way in were armed.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marks, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
Like I mentioned before, the reason she's being targeted so heavily is because she won't stop exposing everyone involved, and they hate that. But let me tell you, none of these attempts on her life are slowing her down. She's still applying pressure. Before that last attack, Ali accused Diddy and his twisted circle of kidnapping kids and forcing them into acts with animals, while everything was recorded and used for their own pleasure. Y'all might recall Diddy did face charges, but the feds seemed more focused on his freak-offs with adults than digging deeper into the darker crimes tied to his empire. His indictment described how Combs used his staff, resources, and influence to build a criminal network that carried out forced labor, kidnappings, bribery, and obstruction of justice. And when it comes to the full list of celebs who got caught up in those freak-offs and allegedly ended up infected, trust me, it's long. It starts with Meek Mill and Brycia Gray. Jaguar Wright was the first to drop this bomb, and she didn't hold back one bit. She went even further, accusing both Diddy and Will Smith of pushing Meek and Brycia into a freak-off. According to her, Will lured Brycia under the pretense of mentorship, but it turned into something much darker. Jaguar even claimed it got so bad that neighbors could hear Meek and Brycia screaming as they ran out of Will's house after Will and Jada allegedly touched them during one of those freak-offs. And that wasn't the only time Meek was caught up. Later, an audio between him and Diddy leaked, and let's just say, it was disturbing, to put it lightly. Now listen up, y'all. The drama only gets worse because the game also got pulled into this after old rumors about him and Diddy resurfaced. He admitted that back when they were supposed to be working in the studio on their album, Diddy was flying him around the world, partying non-stop and showering him with lavish gifts. And y'all know the streets couldn't help but side-eye those trips, especially since most of them went down in Atlanta. If you know, you know.
With Diddy for 2 years, damn near. And this Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, yo, I f with your demo, you know, bad boy, hey, Playboy, hey, here go a watch, Playboy, here go a chain, Playboy. I'm like, yo, we ever gonna rap? This nigga like, nah.
Y'all was doing it for 2 years.
Yo, but the jet leave at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, you know what I'm saying? We going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy.
Before you got with Dre, wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just, you know.
Okay, but I mean, Puffy was a huge deal back then.
Still a huge deal.
I mean, he's still a huge deal, but he's not doing music anymore,
right,
is what I'm saying. Back then, Bad Boy was on fire, and he's running around with you. And, you know, Puffy's a busy guy.
I was running around with him.
Yeah. You were running around with him.
Right.
Was he talking about signing you, or what exactly happened?
Nah, Puff he wanted to sign me. He just, you know, he was moving around. Like, he had the restaurant Justin's in Atlanta, so we was in and out of that. A lot of parties in Atlanta with him and V and, you know, Big Wolf and, you know, Fab and Jeezy was just, you know, I mean, Fab was already on. Jeezy was coming, you know, coming of age. But we just party, man. And then when I told Puff.
But it doesn't end there, because YK Osiris also got pulled into this drama. Back in 2021, rumors circulated that Diddy flew him to Jamaica under the promise of advancing his career. YK made things even more suspicious when he reposted a shirtless photo of Diddy in the pool with prayer emojis, alongside a photo of himself nude getting a massage, captioned, "Listening to that Diddy, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather." To make matters worse, people noted that K was reportedly broke at the time. He'd been dropped from his label and even sold his luxury car. Naturally, folks wondered how he could afford a trip like that unless Diddy was covering it. Then his baby mama took to Instagram, spilling everything. The reason I left him is because I caught him in bed with another man. Stop asking me about my baby daddy. I caught him with a man. And of course, we can't leave out Usher. For years, rumors have claimed that Diddy gave him herpes when he was just 14, during a so-called mentorship at Diddy's place. The situation got even messier when an email allegedly linked to Kim Porter's book leaked, stating the book revealed Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, STDs, and even claimed Diddy gave Usher an STD protection after her home was broken into. It turns out she was supposed to testify against Diddy and the other celebrities involved, but she was removed from the list at the last minute. Ali insists the trial was never truly about justice. It was just a way to publicly shame him and then cover it up. She claims the feds knew about Diddy's misconduct since the early 2000s, but did nothing until Cassie blew the whistle.
The FBI covered it up for how long? This case was back in 2000, early 2000, right? So let's talk about who's guilty here. The DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being. They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ release another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it is bullshit. Bullshit. Because they told you the same thing, and now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case. They told you they just had a little bit of a video, and then it got released. That's on the DOJ. They lied to you. They told you that nothing happened, that this man, Sean Combs, was just this rap mogul that everybody loved. No, he couldn't have hurt nobody. He couldn't have did anything. And then all this stuff came out. Well, he did that. But yeah, he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else came out. Okay, well, maybe he did that too. But he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else comes out. How many people did you hear say, I left a party early? I knew about the abuse. I knew about children being there. I knew about him the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early. So guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that she was wrong. I knew what he was doing, but I'm just now speaking about it. Guilty. Coward. How many maids did it take to clean up a penthouse suite? Know that there was blood and glass everywhere, but they kept their mouth shut because they got paid. Guilty. So we're not talking, let's go back down to the bottom. The hotel manager that you guys never seen his face at first of this hotel, he heard the beat. He heard the screaming. He knew what was going on. He knew that Sean Combs was in there. He knew that he had other girls with him. He knew what was going on. He had the footage. He talked to the security. That hotel manager is who took that footage from the security and said, okay, hand me some money or help me be quiet. I'm going to shut the hell up. You did not hear anything from that hotel manager until now. But they told you, that hotel manager, if you would have went back then, they would have told you, no, we don't know anything. Cover up. Guilty. The security that were on shift that night, that knew about this footage, that knew he dragged her down the hallway, that knew he kicked her in the back and all over the place. The hotel security that knew about that, they looked away. They got paid off. Guilty. How many ways now the FBI that have had all of this information for a really long time looked away from it as well? Guilty. How many times do you need to see that the FBI is guilty?
Ali revealed she was devastated when she learned that Diddy was slipping past those RICO charges, especially since she had been working on healing and moving on from all the trauma. But the case resurfaced, exploding once again and pulling her straight back into the chaos.
I am hurt, I am angry, and I am still healing, and it is harder than hurting. Trust me when I say that. I am trying. I have been in denial for a little bit. I walked away to get clean. I tried to go take my life back. I wanted some type of peace. I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. And that's all I ever wanted. Do you hear me?
At this stage, Ally's main priority is protecting herself because these people want her out of the picture. The lengths they're going to just to silence her are shocking. As usual, people shared their opinions, like this one. Please don't judge or blame Ally for how she's sharing her story. I'm glad she's speaking so openly. She's a traumatized sex trafficking survivor. Don't hold her responsible if others are triggered. She's just trying to show what's still happening with the children, and it's not pretty. We can't sugarcoat everything. We're all grown here. Another person pointed out that she was just a child when it happened. And yes, she may seem all over the place, but she is telling the truth. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Ally exposing all the celebrities involved in these freak-offs? Do you believe they really caught STDs from participating in this mess? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch another messy video.